All right, mute yourself. All right, so this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. It's Trevenant Alakazam versus the Waterbox deck. Joe, what do you think? How do you reckon this one's going to go?
Normally the Stadium War's probably the biggest thing to say about this matchup. Rough Seas is just the complete perfect answer for Trevenant.
Yeah,
The majority of the time, both players are only playing three Stadium, different from the conventional four on both parts. So interesting to see. Also the Alakazam is going to sort of try and tip the scales. It's
yeah.
definitely what Adam's going to look to do in this matchup.
I'd say the three
Um,
stadiums a little greedy.
yeah, I'd say both players have been greedy. So because they've both been greedy, neither of them will be punished for their greed.
Yeah, it's balanced back out. Now,
Yeah.
Adam's hand is not looking like it's going to be getting him a turn one Trevenant, which can, of course, shut down the Waterbox deck. So,
Mhm.
do you reckon he's going to just put down the Spirit Link to, just go all out and
Yeah, I
try and
think
get it?
the Wally is big enough to go for here, no matter what.
Yeah,
I like the attachment of Mystery to the active because he has the option to retreat,
yeah.
obviously with the Mystery, so it's always fine. He's got
So,
another Ultra Ball to dig more.
he's got Compressor. I get the feeling he's going to, well, he'll compress a Wally and some other things like Lysander and Sycamore or whatever, and then he'll Ultra Ball away the Trevenant, Super Rod it, and just go for a bigger
Yeah,
Shaman
it's
and hope to draw.
the ultimate value Shaman.
Yeah. So he'll keep the N in hand most likely. So I honestly think a Sycamore should be going in as well.
Okay.
So it's a good thing he listened to me there. Um,
Seems good.
yeah, so that or you put the N in the Ultra Ball, but I kind of like the Trevenant. Just Super Rod it back in, except that your Super Rod's gone to,
Yeah.
something not too big.
Because
Uh,
Adam's only playing two Shaman
yeah,
EX, so there's no point in keeping the last Ultra Ball.
no, because it wouldn't help him set up and get the turn one.
Hmm.
So let's see. Oh, and he
Oh, the
has the
Seeker.
Versus Seeker, and he actually has another Phantomp, which should go down, I think.
Yep. He's benched so many things that it always just gets played here.
Yeah. So
Turn one Wally.
he might. I hope he is putting it down. Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much spot on turn one. I mean, not quite as good because he had to bench Shamans, but I mean that's not quite as good as absolute perfection. So
Yeah.
so Alex's
And
turn is
oh,
attach pass. So
his hand is full of items other than
yeah,
rough seas.
it's very item heavy hand, and that would have been nice. Now Adam gets the Dim Valley, and it's probably going to be greedy and just play it straight down, which actually isn't that wise in my opinion.
I think just pressurize with the tree slam. I think it would be the best thing. If you see your opponent literally just pass turn,
Oh yeah, you
attach
want
pass
you
turn.
shouldn't assume they have rough seas. He went. Whoa, what was he doing? Don't go on us. Don't go on the hangouts.
Well, it was during his own turn anyway, so
Yeah, I
he only
guess.
saw his own hand anyway.
I think he just went to click off something. We're
Mm,
gonna assume the best from our competitors.
yeah.
You
Now that there's no max elixir in the equation, he can happily not break evolve this turn.
yeah, and yeah, I think the burst balloon's a nice little bit of insurance just to say like, okay, if you have energy and can quaking punch me, it doesn't matter because you'll take a bunch of damage anyway.
Hmm. And that he actually does top deck into a water energy, so the rough seas will come in. I imagine just attach pass.
Well, attach quaking punch, don't you think?
The damage is pretty big.
I think the damage is maybe big enough that you don't, but then
Because I mean, you
hmm.
still get the grenade hammer knockout. The only thing is if he break evolves, he gets an extra turn of the break.
Well, I think what he's got to be a bit scared of is the Alakazam just coming in and winning,
Yeah, that's
which
true.
which would have
And
happened even on the lower damage
yeah, that's
because
true.
so Adam may consider to just Mega Evolve here. I kind of like that
Uh, yeah,
because his
I
hand's got
mean,
nothing really for next turn. Sorry, what were you
yeah,
gonna say?
because rough seas is in. Just tree
Yeah,
slamming isn't setting up the next turn win. By doing
exactly.
this, he sets up the next turn win.
So Alex drawing another energy. All he's had is like a couple energy, but
that is
that's
all she wrote.
well, as long as Adam has the energy in hand, which he does, and Alex opting not to put the energy like PTCGO told him to. So yeah, Adam just a retreat into Zam and Zen Force for the knockout.
Very quick game.
Yeah, pretty brutal showing there for Alakazam. Pretty nice.
It does just show. It shows the extra pressure that Zam puts on this deck. Normally, Alex would be comfortable by having a turn or two extra to try and dig for things, but Alakazam just really prevents those sorts of things from happening. So he's able to sneak a really nice win because turn 1 Wally is so strong, and then a really quick Alakazam just put a massive amount of pressure on.
See, without the Alakazam there, the Grenade Hammer, I mean, Alex is taking the first prize, and he just keeps healing. So, some trades there. Yeah, so with... So yeah, without I mean, yeah, he'd actually taken the first prize just from having 3 energy.
Indeed.
And most of Adam's energy would have been on the active.
Yeah, the only response would have been Silent Fear compared to getting the knockout. So. Looks like Adam will have to click no here, even though he'd love to go first again.
I think he's messaging asking, but it's... I think...
Is it a question?
I think it's not really a question.
He'll ask, because it's in his interest to ask.
So... But
it's definitely Alex wanting to go first.
Well, I messaged the chat saying, obviously first, and he listened, so... Good. It's good that every now and then he does listen. So, Adam actually does have a turn 1 Trevenant going second, however, not first.
Alex, now with a hand of items, looks really good because he can have an aggressive turn.
Oh, this... Well, I don't think you do the attachment just yet. I think you can... Well, I think any of this you can just kind of play it. I think you Trainer's Mail before the Elixirs, though.
Yes, I agree.
Just up your odds and... Because getting the Elixirs is kind of oddly a slight bit more important than getting anything else. No, it's taking the AZ.
He can guarantee himself Shaman, so...
Yeah.
Or Hooper, whichever he wants to take. I think you switch just to discard it.
Discard it, yeah, because it's not going to be useful most of the time in this game. Now, I think, yeah, you take the Shaman before you take the Elixir, before you...
Even Hooper, if you want to get Shaman and Manaphy.
Yeah, I think
this matchup. So
you might even go for another Toad because there's something so strong about going free retreating between 2 Toads, healing them.
Definitely, the numbers are so nice for Silent Toad as well. You can get 1 punch into Grenade Hammer. It works really nicely.
Yeah. For
dealing with Trevenant breaks.
So. Yeah, with not even needing a tool on it.
Ooh, Hooper prized. So a slight misstep, not quite perfect.
Well, keeping... Go on. I was just going to say, keeping the AZ then was maybe like just an off, like, oh, just on the 1 in 10 that my Hooper's prized. Keep AZ so I can reuse the Shaman.
Sure. And... The biggest thing was there was more Pokemon left in the deck to potentially miss the Elixir, but he still got it, which is nice.
Yeah.
I can see him benching all this stuff and ultra-balling another Shaman out here for sure.
Probably away there. Well... Lysander and AZ are really good cards in this matchup.
That's true. If he benches the Seismitoad, I think he has to bench the Manaphy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like if something was going to go Pokemon-wise, it would have been the Toad over the Manaphy.
Yeah.
So he's deciding to get rid of one of the supporters at least.
Yeah, probably the AZ. Yeah, at this point, probably the AZ and the Water. Keep the Lysander just because Trevenant, you know, even if your opponent has a good turn 1, Trevenant doesn't often expect that you have Lysander.
Yeah.
A lot of decks... No, sorry, you go.
It's why sometimes you see Red Card, sometimes you see Judge, even N now these days, I guess, but it's why you see these sorts of cards, because if they go second, your opponent has the turn to set up their hand and their board state to deal with item lock, like we're seeing now.
So yeah, Alex can use his Versus Seekers to get back some important stuff. I think as much as he wants to play the Ultra Ball, I think he's actually just getting rid of useful cards now.
Yeah, I think everything he needs is in the hand right
Yeah.
now.
So go back to Adam's turn. As I said, does actually have like the turn 1 Ascension, but it requires an AZ
Yeah.
on the Alakazam itself.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he does have an Energy and a Bursting Balloon and the Trev Break ready to go, so I think that's fine. I think discarding the 2 Wallies for a Phantump, AZ, and then Ascension, that's about all you can do, really.
Yeah, I think it's probably his best. There's a lot of energy on the Seismitoad on the bench that only concern
Yeah.
that the Trevenant might just be a sacrifice.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, this Toad might be able to Quaking Punch its way to a win, but we do know it can take quite a few punches to knock out a Trevenant break. So, Adam, I think here's going for the Shaman because of the AZ, but I honestly would just probably accept it and just go for the Phantump.
I'm not sure, because again, if he's worried about early knockouts on the Trevenants before he gets any value out of them, he might just manually attach Bursting Balloon, Shaman up, look for Phantoms to stay on the bench for a turn. Because, I mean, the damage has already been done.
I think the Bursting Balloon on the active is okay as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, he's going to put the Bursting Balloon down first.
Okay. Interesting that he didn't attach then, because there wasn't much. Like, now he can't draw into Floatstone to get him out.
Yeah.
which he does, but, like.
I think he was aiming. I don't know.
Just get an attachment to get ahead, to get early Tree Slams in, I guess. So, I guess you AZ Shaman, Floatstone, Wobbuffet.
Yeah.
Again, he has the debate to attaching.
So at this
time
point,
he does.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't attach the first time. Like
it's always iffy when I see continuity differences. When the first time he didn't, but this time he does. I'd like to see them make either the right decision in their eyes at the same time, rather than makes it look like an error when they change their mind afterwards.
Yeah, maybe it was like hoping a bit too much for hitting something, and then he didn't. So
yeah,
that's my guess anyway. He gets rid of a couple of items here as the, just a generally good idea since he's not going to be able to get them throughout this game.
Yeah, it is item lock v item lock a lot in this matchup. So no Phantoms is pretty horrible, and no backup supporter of any kind. Pretty grim so far.
So we go back to Alex's turn, and Alex can just Quaking Punch and keep going. And that Alakazam, that's active, can't actually Mega Evolve and attack at the same time. So
he could even go for an aggressive Lysander to try and take early prizes. I'm pretty happy with this as well.
Yeah, I think the Shaman is definitely the right choice for that, though.
I think the biggest reason is because he can get Lysander back, so it's not like he's burnt the resource, he's got it for the following turns. He goes for the punch over E-Switch Grenade Hammer. So.
I think that's okay as well. Like, you're still probably taking this prize. Oh, wow, Adam top decks an N.
Seems good.
So he has a retreat option now. And he does have a Phantump and the Dim Valley, so he can now go for the Trevenant. And Alex would need a Water Energy to Grenade Hammer.
So is he trying to set up a suppression here for some damage?
Yeah, maybe, but I think... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just the Ascension.
I think the Ascension is probably the better option here, because it kind of means... It makes it more likely he will Grenade Hammer.
Yeah.
And that's actually better for Adam right now, because he needs to be able to play items.
Yeah, definitely.
So Alex does in fact have the Water Energy. He actually has Lysander back in his hand again, so...
Yeah, he VSC'd it back last turn, so I think you're pretty happy holding this hand right now. You don't necessarily need to replace the Stadium. You don't really want to use the N just hoping, because Lysander's such a big resource. So.
Yeah. And just
Take Grenade Hammer right now.
having it in your hand is kind of what you want, like half of the game anyway.
So decision on where to put the damage is the next big question.
Is there any argument?
Seismitoad?
I was going to say, is there any argument to just Quaking Punching here?
Some argument, but I think you just want to be aggressive as possible. Not let him get one Silent Fear in at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's going back with the Shaman.
He actually wants to kill the Shaman. He might just Quaking Punch.
Yeah, I think at this point, Quaking Punch definitely is right. It means that the energy has to be spent again from Adam because the punch stops the float stone, so only AZ or attachment gets him out.
And I like the elixir onto the Toad and the fact he got double as well.
It's just dirty from Alex. Really, really nice stuff.
So,
this turn he does go for a Grenade Hammer.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'd have liked the punch there.
I think both are fine picks, to be honest.
The thing is, by killing the Shaman, Adam's hand actually, that plays into his favour because he can Super Rod it back in and then Ultra Ball it out.
Yeah, with the Fury Belt, the math is nicer to just 2-hit the Shaman from then on. And he had the end next turn to try and get more item value if the Shaman was stuck, so it was an interesting tempo play.
Yeah, and he would have ended himself to 6 still rather than 4. So, so it goes into the Trevenant, which now can't be knocked out too easily from a... well, it'll take 2 attacks to knock it out, basically.
We are going to see the Shaman.
So
again, all the attachment, I think.
Yeah, I think... I wouldn't have minded the attachment first, but I think he's just kind of... Oh, he's considering trying to kill the Manaphy. What do you think about this? I don't think it's going to go down easy.
I think the biggest issue is that Alex actually at some point in the game will want to attach to Manaphy regardless, because Mineral Pump's such a good option in this matchup. You may have preferred it to be a Shaman EX just because I know Sky Return is also a good option, but I think it's less good than a Mineral Pump.
I don't really like this Ultra Ball here.
I think you need to get a break just so that you don't get Grenade Hammered.
Just to, I guess. Oh, a Grenade Hammer is just a knockout, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I sort of thought Adam was going for a Alakazam knockout play on the Toad originally, but it's just not feasible. So ending Alex to 4 is pretty nice, I think. Oh, did he? Oh no, he Lysandered, sorry.
Yeah, he Lysandered, but
but he will have a end next turn. So
big pickup straight away.
Yeah. So is that Alex's first or second Rough Seas?
I believe it's his first.
Okay. So. That's
nice as well.
Get into the energy in the Sycamore.
Energy Sycamore is pretty ideal.
It's kind of exactly what he was after there. So we're just going to see a Quaking Punch into Grenade Hammer, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he opts just to Grenade Hammer first.
The sequencing's an interesting one. He might want to get Grenade Hammer in while he still has Rough Seas, like potentially still around.
Yeah, just to heal off. So back to Adam's turn. God, well, he really wants the Dim Valley.
Yeah. D Valley is pretty much... We said at the start of the game, Stadium was a very big factor in this matchup, and he picks one up with a Trainer's Mail, which is pretty huge.
So he's got it there. Do you think he just drops the Phantom and ends here?
Could be an end. Could even be, once again, going for a Lysander play.
There is...
Force more energy out of Alex. We know there's a lot on the field already.
So Lysandering up a Shaman, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, he's just going for Sycamore.
An aggressive Sycamore seems fine as well.
Yeah. Just is he going for a Tree Slam?
Looks like he is.
To give Alakazam a KO option in the coming turns.
So the 30 damage snipe to the bench.
Yeah, probably on... I think the Toad.
Yeah.
And then the 220's gone to the Shaman because the 30 math works out quite nicely.
Yeah, the Silent Fear math works really nicely on 110 HP.
Yeah. So personally, I think onto the 2 Shamans. The Manaphy seems pointless. The Toad is
I guess he's banking on
rough seas.
no rough seas, right?
No rough seas. Okay. So yeah, at least he did put one of them on the Shaman, so that's fine. And Alex actually Sycamore into kind of not anything that useful for that turn. So just
So now he has the nice retreat option
yeah.
with the Quaking Punch.
So Adam's really got to try and utilize his Alakazams now. It's a shame they're a bit spread because there's energy on one, none on another.
Yeah. I mean, just one attachment with the D-Valley currently in play. He's quite happy with it.
So I think, do you end here? I think he's got a giant hand. You're probably not item locking this turn.
Yeah, you have to end.
Yeah. And he Quaking Punch last turn, right? So there's, unfortunately, Adam can't use this versus Seeker.
No. Well, he might use it just in case he wants to play around Quaking.
Oh,
there's a few options.
He can't this turn because Alex Quaking Punch last turn.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
So what's that? 250 damage. Oh, Alakazam.
Yeah.
What a silly card.
Pretty beefy attacker.
So getting another Phantomp off the prize is pretty useful, I think. Looks like... Do you reckon Alex is going to go for, like, E-switch? So, sorry, I haven't gone back to Alex's screen. Like, a way to get Articuno... Oh, no, he can't.
I don't think Articuno is the right option this turn.
No. I didn't see his hand yet, and it looked to me like it was possible for him to go nuts and kill the Shaman.
I mean, that would be pretty sweet. Oh boy, he's drawn into something like that.
Oh, that would be so close.
It's a lot of flips, though.
What do you think to just chilling Sai here?
Don't like it too much.
Oh, there's a heal. He's got a nice little heal.
The fresh mineral pump is pretty sweet, though.
Yeah.
This Aquabox deck, you just see how many options this has. So many cool plays. There's a lot to factor in from all different types of Pokemon attacking at different points, and this is a great way of playing around Mega Zam.
Yeah, just mineral pumping to heal off all the extra bits of damage. He's just going to chuck mostly water in, I think. And maybe the Toad. Oh, it's deciding.
With a full bench, Shaman doesn't make the most sense. It might just be all 4 energy, because you just want to keep drawing into them, really, in this matchup.
Yeah.
I can see the size of Toad as well, for sure.
I think that's fine, because kind of one of your game plans is just bouncing between 2 Toads, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Mineral Pump doesn't get the bench Seismitoad out of range.
No, but it itself is just such a big threat.
Yeah.
Every time that you don't deal with it, it just sets another turn backwards.
I'm wrong, it actually does.
It does, even...
Yeah, it puts it to 50, and then Alakazam does 160. So that actually leaves it on 10 HP. So, a bit of a misstep here. Is he just attaching to the other Manaphy? I like that.
Yeah, because now he can bounce between Manaphy as well.
Yeah. So, we just see a Mineral Pump. A massive heal.
Massive heal. This is the whole reason why... Well, Manaphy's in the deck for so many reasons, but one of them in this matchup is so huge.
So, Adam just saw Alex put back, like, bunch of energy. So, versus Seeker Lysander doesn't seem too good here to me.
No, not the most appealing option.
No. I think, in all honesty, this looks like it's most likely to be... what's his name? Alex's game.
I don't know. It might still be a Lysander turn, just a sort of desperation Lysander. Look for... But I mean, he can't Silent Fear anyway.
So he attaches.
I was even debating maybe a suppression play with a Lysander for the 30-round board.
Yeah, I kind of like suppression, but
at the same time, item lock it's just that it's the hidden value that you can't really see how good of a thing it's doing.
Now, I think Adam should put down the Phantomp, even though it's a possible Articuno target. He actually also didn't verse the Seeker for the Lysander or anything again, which I think's a bit of a... Well, I mean, it's a big misstep because it just plays into Quaking Punch.
I'm not sure if it's... I don't mind it at all, because I think Mineral Pump is still a good option next turn, I think.
So you think Mineral Pump is probably not needing to play around Quaking Punch because Mineral Pump is the play, I guess.
At the same time, the Bursting Balloon puts you off Mineral Pump, so there's... I don't know, I think regardless, Alex has a Lysander, but...
So is the Alakazam on 60 currently?
It must be, yeah.
Yeah, I think he may follow up just with another Mineral Pump hitting 60.
Yep, looks pretty strong. Heal up all your dudes. It is pretty strong. You
Yeah.
get around the balloon nicely. Alex has got a couple of big power turns where he's just had the right answers at the right time so far.
Yeah, he's had really nice answers actually to Adam's deck in general. So Adam actually has to attach to retreat again. He may retreat. Oh, he can't Wally and Lysander, sadly. So, does Alex have anything for when the Shaman? No, he doesn't yet. But do you think Adam's not putting down the Phantom for fear of Lysander?
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
wow. Alex's top deck. That's so strong.
It's pretty dirty.
Adam must be a little bit bothered right now. So
Besides the hold, because there's no real reason.
Yeah.
What else does he need to do this turn? So
Adam again would need a Lysander, but it's not really happening. So he just goes for the Wally for Silent Fear, because that at least puts some damage on the active mana fee.
yeah, and again, the Mineral Pump isn't getting the knockout at least, so he
Yeah.
has like an extra turn. But it looks like he's just going to concede here and go to game 3.
So that's fair. I mean, I just probably wouldn't concede here because they're not on a clock. They've got nothing to worry about. So
No clock, but it is late at night.
yeah.
I'm thankful that he conceded.
Yeah, we've tried to fit a couple in today. Did Alex pick the wrong deck? No. Did he? No.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, we're about to see.
So Adam again with the chance to go first. We saw how big denying those max elixirs were in the first game.
So, this is the power of Trevenant goes first, and his hand is, again, not very good for a going first into
Pretty,
Wally hand.
Pretty awful.
He's got a couple of possible top decks that help him out. Ultra Ball, Wally, that Xerosic is not one of them.
Oh man. It's pretty ugly.
Yeah. So, he's got to kind of hope just into Compressor or Wally right now. And that looks like it's neither of them.
That is the ugliest hand.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. And that's just an end. The Xerosic's dancing at him. Play me. But he can't. Well, he can. But. And
Unadvisable.
Alex's hand, on the other hand. It's pretty good.
I think you actually get rid of the Sycamore here.
Sycamore and
Because the rough
Shaman.
seas win you the game. Yeah, the rough seas win you the game. So
Yeah.
you need to keep those.
So yeah, even though Adam had a really bad turn, like, you know, he knows he'll probably still have a Trevenant next turn.
Yes.
So yeah.
Unless it's a crazy, really big Articuno or
Yeah, that's true. So
or a Great Hammer.
I think actually Alex might not care too much about the rough seas just because he wants Articuno.
Depends what he's going for. I still think Quaking Punch in the long run is great, but depends how greedy he has to be. I think Seismitoad's fine.
Well, Quaking Punch can't actually take a knockout because he's not playing Muscle Band, right?
No, he's not playing Muscle Band. Because Grenade Hammer's not even out of the question when Max Elixir's in the
Yeah.
process. Even Mineral Pump's probably the most achievable.
Yeah, I think Mineral Pump's actually maybe the best move.
Mm-hmm.
So drops one of them down. The attach should go to the active, obviously, because then hope for a Max Elixir E-switch, and then you're all good.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't actually even need to hit that much.
No. Still no supporter played this turn.
No.
There's an E-switch, no Elixir though.
So he can't. Has he?
So he can retreat E-switch Sycamore, but it gets rid of another Rough Seas, which seems really awkward.
And then he can't use the Max Elixir on the bench Manaphy.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
So
I think Fury Belting Manaphy is actually a very strong play.
Yeah, I like it. I think Alex agrees with you here. Yeah, if he does that, I think he should just go for the Sycamore and go for getting a turn 1 Mineral Pump for a knockout.
Yeah, I think that is as good as like anything else.
Yeah, if he drops,
It's very good.
He drops an E-switch, but he only needs one to and a Max Elixir that hits to kind of just close out this game.
The idea being that like Mineral Pump is your Rough Seas in this matchup anyway.
Yeah.
So if you just get that set up, ooh boy, 1 Elixir.
One Elixir's
Not enough.
Yeah, it's a nice start, but it's not enough for this hand. But I guess he doesn't need the turn 1. It's not as much of a need as it is for Adam.
It would have been almost game over like from then,
Yeah.
like pretty much.
So we see Adams just have a Trevenant. Zero Sickly thing. Yeah, versus Seeker Zero Sick in this matchup seems kind of makes me feel a bit bad, but Alex does have energy and he has like a way in to continue this game, so really that seems absolutely fine.
Yep, we're gonna see he's already got another. He's drawn into his 3rd Rough Seas, so
Yeah.
a lot in a row. It's another one of these hands where otherwise Sycamore looks appealing, so it might just be Skylar.
It feels like it might be Skylar for N despite Adam's bad hand.
Yeah, with the Lysander already sat in hand, it might be an important item that he wants.
Yeah, say E-switch. I kind of...
Energy switch. AZ is also fine.
Yeah, I think I'd like the E-switch, Lysander E-switch knockout, but the Quaking Punch is fine as well.
Yeah, I think he wants to deal with the Trevenant because especially
Yeah.
no energy attachments just yet. Just deal with the threat while it's here.
So Adam evolves to the break. Alex doesn't have the energy yet, but... Oh, he passed his turn with the Rough Season play. I guess that's fine.
Yeah, you have to. I think you pretty much have to there.
Yeah, just because you need the energy sooner than later. Now, Alex taking the AZ doesn't really have a... Instead of the Lysander, doesn't have like a nice option.
Not a huge impact. It might actually be the N, even though he didn't search it out. I think
Yeah.
it's actually the best option in hand right now.
I think you maybe bench the Articuno.
The only awkward thing is we know how dead Adam's been drawing. The
Yeah.
N is... Oh man, it's a painful Sycamore if he goes for it. But again, it's tempo. Deal with the Trevenant break and there's nothing else
Yeah,
left.
exactly. I think you do that. And oh, that is nice. That's a Lysander as well, and that's probably gonna be the game over here.
Pretty strong.
Like, Adam promotes a Shaman. He doesn't have anything that keeps him going. If he gets
Yeah,
a Trevenant, it dies.
He needs a monster top deck here.
Yeah. And
That is not.
that is not it, and that's actually the
That's
game
the
over.
game. Yeah.
And it's so that's real shame for Adam.
He's only saying that because he stacks in real life.
Yeah. So let's watch Alex's glorious finish.
He should have gone for Articuno for swag.
And bad luck, Adam.
Yeah, game The game 2 was such a good game to
Yeah,
watch.
that was
It's just
actually
such a shame that it ended up like that in the end.
yeah, and Adam not
No, 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 it wasn't a shame. No, it wasn't.
drawing a bit dead there.
You didn't even have to Quake and Punch.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had to do it just in case, right?
No, he
No, that's
just
how sad the situation
he
was.
just
though.
means ever.
Yeah, that was
Game
true.
2 was a good game at least.
I don't know what was in your hands, so I can't really comment. But...
Oh, I had 2 Trev Break, 2 Dimension Valley, 2 Versus Seeker and a Zerasic.
And this is whilst I was deliberating whether I chuck away all my rough season or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, maybe he just plays the N. I think that's the best play.
No, we said tempo is the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Like, as soon as I saw his Ultra 1 Sycamore, I was like, oh, I played 4 of that card and 3 of that card.
Oh,
I thought it was... well, as soon as you attached one of your Spirit Link to your Phantom, I was kind of hoping.
Oh, I could have Shaman for 2 because I could have Zerasic the Spirit Link off.
but then you wouldn't have
but
had
you
the
wanted
Wally.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'd have to get an Ultra Ball off the
Well,
one
you
or
said you
get
had
a
a
Wally off
D-Valley in hand. Why didn't you play one of them then?
because I had the D Valley the turn after I evolved into Trev.
Oh,
Then I
right.
drew another D Valley after that.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. But so Alex, champ versus champ in the final.
Is it? Did
Yeah.
Tamao win?
It's champ versus
Yes.
champ. Yeah,
Alex v.
boy.
Alex. Tamao v. Tamao.
And
Hey, whoa. He's Tamao number 2. He's down number 2.
once again, little bit disappointed by my team. Not
I'm blaming the program. For
not
that
seeing it
third game.
through. You know, Nick gave it a good go against Tamao, and Adam tried.
I'm sorry, I can't do well on PTCGO apparently.
It's fine. I just might have to be rethinking this whole team business. No,
Time to start a new one.
it was game 2 was a really cool game. That was at least a bit more backward and forward.
I thought I misplayed, but then realised it was fun.
So
Game 2,
you misplayed, but you lucked into the right thing.
Oh yeah, but I didn't have a choice with it at that point.
Okay.
But I had the choice between Quake and punching and grenade hammering.
Oh, and you grenade hammered.
For some weird reason, I clicked grenade hammer.
Yeah, that was a weird reason.
We tried to.
What was that reason?
In my mind was he wasn't going to retreat that Trev,
Okay.
so that Trev was going to stay active.
Joe-
And that means I'd want him to be item locked on the turn that his Trev dies.
Okay.
Sure.
That's actually all right. But Joe thought it was because you wanted to make use of rough seas while it was still in play.
I mean, that's always a
Totally
positive at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't go badly. It didn't go wrong for you. So
Well, yeah, I was surprised Adam conceded game 2. I didn't know whether he could actually, if he had anything left. I don't know what's actually in his deck. So.
yeah,
well, I had one end left. I could if you'd missed a retreat for the Lysander, I had Wally for the Trev break, and I could have silent feared for a few turns.
Right. Okay.
yeah.
That was such a big turn. The AZ attach was huge.
When you topped AZ, that was it.
Right.
Yeah, I topped I had Water Energy in hand actually.
Because I had N left in deck still, so although I only had I think 3 cards left in deck, I had enough turns just to kill Shaman with the N as well.
Right.
No, Alex,
kill
you
both
had
for shame.
water energy, then AZ.
Yeah.
3 turns in a row.
It was making up my like what play to make in terms of the energy switches, which I was a bit confused on. At one point I was just gonna chilling sigh for a moment, just to give myself a turn.
That's what I said.
Yeah. It seemed like the next possible play if I didn't get a mana fee and E-switches.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the mana
The
fee,
super rod was quite big.
the
the
putting
super
some
rod.
energies back, yeah. The mana fee actually slowly took down an Alakazam, a Mega
Okay.
Alakazam.
He threatened and Mega Alakazam.
Hmm.
That was enough. I couldn't get a Fighting Fury belt on one of them though, so I could do 70.
Oh, that would have been 70,
Put it
70,
in range.
70. Yeah.
I think there was a turn a lot earlier when I attached a basic psychic to an Alakazam EX rather than Trev, and that put me energy behind when I had to do Tree Slam on the Manaphy.
Yeah, I'd noticed actually something where there was a split between the Alakazams and the energies and all that.
It happened really early in the game, though.
Yeah, you can't always predict these things in the future. So
It was because I had to shame it.
I'm going to sign off for YouTube. So we have our 2 finalists now. Will be Tamao versus Alex. Good old champ here versus champ. See who wins.
Yes,
maybe 8 bad EXs or not, depending on how much people care. So
I don't know when we can play though, because Tamao's said he's busy for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And I'm out next week.
Well, he can play past like 11.
Oh yeah, that's fine then. I'm always up for it.
Sweet, we can do that tomorrow if you guys are all ready. Alright, but I'm going to do a little sign-off thing, so YouTube heard all of that. So, goodbye YouTube. Wave! Wave! Wave, Adam! Wave!